Hey guys, it is Miss Farrell. I just wanted to quickly go over a few things with you as a reminder before your LS 4.2 quiz on Common Ancestry. Make sure you look at those DOK levels on that DOK sheet. It tells you exactly what you need to know. Our quizzes are very application-based. They are not going to be directly from that study guide, except for maybe some definitions. But with that said, I wanted to first remind you of is that scientists use three major pieces of evidence for a common ancestry, and those three pieces of evidence used by scientists are genetic information, and that has to do with your DNA, the study of fetuses or embryos in their early stages of development, and they're looking for similarities. And that second piece that I just spoke about is called embryonic development or embryology. And the third piece that scientists used for evidence of evolution that they believe leads into that is, now remember, that's going to be more the physical parts and like the bones. So I like to think of that as like your fossils or your homologous structures. And remember, the homologous structures, they come from the same, scientists believe, they come from the same embryonic tissue. And they're the bones that develop in their mature forms. They're used for different functions. And so make sure you refer to your notes on that. Let me see if I can show you a quick picture of that real quick. If I can share the content, that would help us. They're the same bones, the scapulus, the humerus, the radius, the ulna, etc. And it shows what they are in each of those organisms. Yet they each have a different purpose, but they do come from the same embryonic tissue. So when we talk about homologous structures, that's what we're talking about as far as that. The next thing you want to remember is that scientists can use a cladogram to show that common ancestry and the shared going to make a quick one. Maybe I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Maybe. I'm trying to. Or maybe I'm not. Okay, share content, share my screen. Okay, guys, just be patient with me 1 second. For some reason, it's not going to allow that. I'll just go to the whiteboard and do it. So I'm just going to draw me a quick cladogram, and I'm going to use just some random organisms on here. The first one I'm going to put down is just going to be bacteria. Then I'm going to put a snake. Then I'm going to put an alligator. And then I'm going to put a bird. And we're going to pretend like this is a cladogram that we already have filled in, and we're looking for shared characteristics. Now, if I were to ask you which is more similarly related, the bacteria and the snake or the bacteria and the alligator, what would you say? Okay, the thing you need to remember is that cladograms are going to show the shared characteristics. So I would come right in here and I would make me some little characteristics. And you want to pay close attention. So the bacteria and the snake have how many shared characteristics in common? They just have the one right here, because remember, they only have what is below them. So since the bacteria is right here, the only characteristic it has is whatever I have here. Now the snake, on the other hand, since the snake is right here, it would have this characteristic and this characteristic. But the bacteria and snake just have one shared characteristic. Now if I asked you about the bacteria and the bird, how many shared characteristics they have, it would be the same thing. We come right up here and look. The bird's going to have all of these characteristics below it, but the bacteria only has the characteristics below it. So the bird only has one characteristic in common with the bacteria. With that said, the bacteria and the snake are no more related than the bacteria and the bird. They would be equally related. So I hope that just helps give you a better idea and a better understanding of those. Hey, bye.